Greetings, it's Intuitive Jacob back to do a reading for this coming Fortnite. That is the too strong ahead of us because none of y'all are weak. If you want some drama and excitement, it's happening now. We've got a couple of opportunities in the Celestial for upgrades as Mercury creates a little bit of a do-over for those of us that woke up under the one inception wheel to see what Venus has to say about the lion waking up in the right den where everything that she might have been conceiving in your purse is now on. I'm doing a 5-card reading for each of the 12 tribes that were never trapped in any other zoo except for the diatomaceous earth to do what it do. I'm going to use our Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck to do a 5-card cross just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 1 for the present situation, 2 for the past and or challenges. Guidance into the future will be card number 3. What we've been focused on and the potential reason for situations at now will be the 4th card, and then we'll be doing a future potential outcome. And for those of you all lovebirds that are interested in what Venus has to bring and more in the world of romance, especially if you've been holding on for your one, we're going to pull a card from the Romance Angels to go on top of that. And I wanted to thank all of you that support my channel and spirit work. I've had a number of recent subscriptions and support and people reaching out for personal private readings. I sincerely appreciate you for that. Appreciate your thumbs up, and if I can do a personal reading for you, all the information is in the description box below. Just hit me up at artoflove.me. I'd be happy to take a look at that for you, and we'll catch you on the inside of your reading. Hey, what's up, Libra? How you doing? Back to do your Fortnite reading. Just sucking a little poison out of whatever makes it into your life path here on these readings. I have been shuffling, but I'll do a little bit more shuffle. If I don't get any pop-up messages, I'm just going to speed through these parts for you. Just going to clear up the cards. I like to chew it into some frankincense resin while I'm doing this. It's a good way to make sure that the readings are clean. I just keep hearing that you might be dealing with a Virgo on a secret project. Your card popped up for them upside down in my pop-out messages. You might have Virgo in your chart. You might want to check that one. If not, that is okay. Oof. All right. All right, Virgo, I think that'll do it for us. Let's see what is looking at us. Situational awareness clues. We got a King of Swords showing up in reverse here. Tyranny might be this could be dealing with yourself. I'm hearing some of you all have had some very difficult decisions to make. They're saying, especially if you're dealing with mercurial people, this could be people that are also, I'm hearing Virgo or Gemini specifically, but generally when it's an air tribe showing up like this, it's going to be somebody that's strong in air resonance, whether it's their sun, moon, or rising. In one of the air tribes, such as a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I'm really hearing mercurial people. They're saying that might be the Virgo. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, this could actually be you all just taking energy out of that. If it's ill-dignified, we don't need it here in your life. And it's been excommunicated like that. But we're hearing that you might be dealing with some people that you need to come to terms with not being there. And I'm hearing it doesn't mean that they passed, although if you have lost somebody, I'm very sorry to hear about any pain there. I'm hearing that for some of you, this is a very specific, not necessarily a warning, but it's sort of a mediation message, because I'm hearing some of you all have some people that just like thumbed themselves out of your world, and getting a weird itch on that one for some of you. But they're saying it's like coming to terms with how that person is no longer present there. I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's going to be a big relief in that you're going to be very happy that they're not there. And sometimes it's like, wow, what do I do with all this extra time now that isn't here anymore? And so, goodness gracious, this could be a good time for you, because nobody likes this kind of party pooper showing up. We got this King of Swords, and look, upside, that's cool. That's a pretty decent person that might be very judicious, especially if it's somebody you hired for help this way. That's the person that gets the cut with every good intention sewn in. Put it that way. So I'm hearing you might have to fire somebody or just not hire them again. And in some cases, this is just like the exposure of why they are no longer present in your world. They're Libra. So let's see what's going on. Situation. We got current situation at present. We got the Knight of Cups showing up in reverse. Okay. I'm just going to flip these on and then we'll talk about them a little bit here. Knight of Cups showing up reverse. In your challenge, recent past, Knight of Swords in reverse. Near future, kind of a guidance card for us. We've got the Queen of Swords showing up right. Okay, liking that. What our focus is, sort of the reason for the season. Page of Wands in reverse. Got a lot of people here. Whew. And what's the potential outcome here, Libra? We have 4 cups showing up right. Well, that's not a surprise. I'm hearing somebody's getting cut, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 people here with you, and I'm hearing one of these is you learning what to do, and it's probably this Queen of Wands, because I know you know what to do, Libra. Let's get into these cards a little bit, because I'm hearing for some of you, this is like proving that somebody is not the father, and like how they can take a hike. Because Knight of Cups upside down, this is like, I'm hearing some of y'all, it's like a wedding proposal that didn't happen or won't happen because of on that one over there. And we're hearing for some of y'all, it's like finding out about some really cruddy communication that was coming your way because of, they're just saying it's like somebody wasn't getting what they wanted out of it. I see somebody coming in with this communication real fast, like here. And it's like, what do I get? What do I get? And how they show up like that. What do I get? And it's like, not the way you want to start. And I'm hearing for some of you that this Knight of Cups is like knowing that there's a way that you do want to start and that you've been planning and what your guidance is for here, and that it just hadn't happened that way. And I'm hearing it's because, excuse me, but I'm hearing the words racist bigot for somebody, that somebody was exposed as a racist bigot. You might be dealing with a narcissist. This is one of my grade A narcissist chump cards when he shows upside down. I love him when he's this way. Sometimes people say that that's what I look like. I don't think so. I'm a King of Swords with a Aquarius sun, but don't call me the king ever. I hate it. I hate it when people show up like, make me the king in your world. I'm the king. It's real crappy tactic, you know? And I'm hearing, wow, that might be what this is about. I'm hearing it's like, they're giving me a lot of love implications on this if you're the Libra who's had somebody being like, I want to be the father of your child. Just let me in. I'll be your king. And how somebody's face literally almost melts off because his breath is so bad. Oh my goodness. That might not be for everybody, but I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like you had somebody that was just like cutting at you, and I'm hearing it's the gestures that he was making around you that you didn't realize, and they're telling me it might be like the way he instigates, and I'm hearing it has to do a lot with, if it's not the air element in his chart, it could be, because we've got a lot of air showing up on these two, like, downward knight to king. It's like somebody who's trying to fork at you to make himself the king, and it's like, wow, you're just sort of like a childish little nitwit that got wrapped up in his fire wrong, is what I'm hearing. But I'm hearing for some of you, it might be like, they're saying generational, but I'm hearing it's more like how his generation of family grew up and like how your tribe actually is. And that the reason why there's so many people here is it's like somebody's protecting this woman right here that's in front of the kids. And it doesn't have to be your kids, but I'm hearing some of you have like an audience, or you have people that you care around or two, and that this might have been you the whole time, just being like, who's sending me this stuff? You know, I'm being like, I see somebody investigating what's around them, and that's kind of like, you might be picking and choosing projects, you could be picking and choosing from people, but I'm hearing some of you all left something atrocious, because whoever this king is over here might just be this knight that flew off backwards and said, oh, I did that for you, and now I need that, you know, and they keep showing me him like coming with his hand open. And that's a good way to turn a car over. And so I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's going to be actually finding out about drunk driving and how somebody took themselves out. And kind of being like, about it. Take the poison out of that one. And I'm hearing for others, it's like, if you had some weird romance guy coming around, saying things, they're saying he's there to communicate quickly. But I hear he hovers, and that this combination is like a smothering combination. It's like somebody with these like romantic heartstrings that they're trying to string somebody up in. And why she's looking the other way here. It's like bad cutting communication that could happen if you continue to allow this person to instigate, is what I'm hearing. But they're showing me that this person's in the past, and that might be how they try to crown themselves like that. And look, some of you all have just been playing poker face around people, especially if you've had them trying to roll you up in their drama. But I'm hearing that you might also just be like really very psychic. Not surprising, Libra. I love that about you, baby. It's wonderful. And it's good when you're not in the dark about somebody that's just rather ill-equipped to sit on a throne with a big sword in their hand like that. I'm hearing it might not be so big too. So, this Knight of Cups in the center here, I'm hearing for some of you all, this is you learning how to formulate your approach. And they're saying it's been like, some of you all are not moving because I'm hearing it's just like trying to move lead. Which I don't know what that means to you, but maybe graphite works better. Pick up a pen and write something. Pick up a pencil and write something, and know that it's within your own control. I keep seeing people with things in their hand. That for some of you all, you've been like figuring out how to articulate things. They're saying for some of you, this is long distance communications with people that might be far, and figuring out how to communicate. Because I'm hearing for some of you all, whoever this Knight of Swords is, it's like, oh, here I get the nose again. The wrong kind of nosy. I'm hearing they have friends that are all childish. You might be dealing with 1, 2, 3 childish people in front of you that you've had to watch, and trying to figure out what to do with that cup that you actually want. And I'm hearing for some of you all, this cup that's coming in is the one that you've called in and you just don't know how to grab for it yet because you've been served these other cups. And I'm hearing it's like 1, 2, 3, upside down, get away from me characters, and trying to realize whether or not this is the one you want and how to reach for it. And with Venus doing what she's doing right now, it's the time for you to be in your prowess. There are opportunities, especially coming on Wednesday. It's the day for the wedded lovers and the ones that make the grade together and that find their constitutional prowess and sometimes the ability to speak up and communicate clearly about what they want. And they're saying for some of y'all, it's like overseas difference. It's like being raised or nurtured in different environments and having different forms of communication, and where things just get lost in between sometimes, and where sometimes it's like just looking somebody in the eyes and being able to communicate on that level where the energy is intact, but that connection and the black dot that was never written down gets shared here in the third eye witness. Okay? And some of you are going to have that opportunity right now. They're saying like the focus on this, and I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's the children around you. It could be your children. They could be grown too. But somebody's not acting upright here because they're showing it upside down. Could be blocked, but I'm hearing for some of y'all, this is just a grade A brat that might be in your midst. And this might be counting heads. 1, 2, 3 for Kali Mine. Who gets a whack with this one, kids? Because this queen does not play around. She does not play around. I love it when she shows up in my reading, especially when she's upright like this and showing up in the near future. I'm hearing for some of y'all, this is how you put yourselves forward. Whether or not you got that fire in your chart. This could be somebody that you're dealing with that has strong fire, like, I don't know, I'm hearing Virgo, that's not fire. But I heard Virgo. This could be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I'm hearing be especially careful if you're getting in the car, especially if it's with a Sagittarius that has drinking on their mind or like a drinking date, because I'm hearing this one here shouldn't be driving at all. Bad CSGO tactics. You dealing with some gamers? I don't know. Gamers have been coming up a lot in my readings. But what I'm really liking, because this does look a little bit bored. This looks like somebody who might be bored, staring at a screen, waiting for something else to come in. I'm hearing some of you all are like waiting for the right text message to come in, not realizing that it's your turn to send it. That might be why you're in reverse here, especially if you're holding on because of, I'm hearing something dumb that somebody said about somebody that left. I'm hearing it might be more what this person, the person with fire in their chart, said about somebody that you wanted there and why they left. That's going to make sense for some of you. But the focus energy right now is in what you're going to do with this fire, because your focus here is on fiery element energy, and we're now in the time of the lion. And so what is that lion good for? Well, if they're really the king, I say that reluctantly, that's somebody that's made the home stable in some way. That's somebody that, although they're ferocious, they are also tame around their children. And I always just thought it was weird how the king wound up with the blonde wig on his head. I've been investigating that with my paranormal research and what I think didn't happen in the genus and species phylum attacks. But as far as I'm concerned, what this is telling you is to temper your communication, especially if this is to deal with new starts or beginnings that you want. Especially if you're calling in your real king, or whoever it is that really does sit on the throne in a nice way, where you would feel protected by this person. And I will also mention that I want to say that it was Leo. I think Leo had this king show up in reverse for them too. So you might be dealing with somebody that's got Leo in their chart, if that's not you. Because I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like that's what's been clouding this. It's like that person isn't either there because they got cut off in some way. I'm hearing it was literally like being railroaded by whoever. They're saying it's a triangulated situation, but I'm seeing more than 3 parties. I'm seeing like 4 people and like somebody in the middle, like, who do I trust? You know? And I'm seeing for some of y'all, it's been sluggish, especially because retrograde, sometimes like things just go slower than you expected, especially you've been waiting for something to come in the mail, is what I'm hearing. It's like, I thought this thing was coming in the mail, and it didn't. And what sometimes we have to do, especially if we're growing up our own energy and building up the communication strength, because sometimes this Page of Wands wants to send a message, and I'm hearing you might not have done it already because you might have been ready to pop off your head at whoever this person was, especially if you've been delaying speaking to somebody about love or something that you love or something that's close to your heart in some way. And I'm hearing that that's about to end. Libra, this is a good, auspicious Fortnite period, the next 2 strong, because I don't encourage you to be weak. You might be meek, but you're not weak. You're strong here. That some of you are going to realize that you're sitting within your element. Even if you don't identify with all that fire, because of the boost that Venus is making right now, and where you are able to carry that in your communications. And I'm hearing for some of you all, might be like, I'm hearing 3-4 weeks, we'll say strongs, where you're going to notice more about who's really on your side, especially if there have been backstabby people while you've been feeling maybe like there are things that you didn't understand, like secrets and communications that need to come up, and they might come up rather abruptly, especially if you were left feeling brokenhearted in some way. And I'm hearing that's the end to it. That's why it's showing up upside down, my darling. These things come to an end, and you are positioned for success here, even if you have to mediate. And I'm hearing, recognize that these were not the cups that you wanted to grab, because you might be evaluating an offer that's coming in and deciding how you would like to interact with that. Let's see what's going on with our Romance Angels Oracle deck, because I'm hearing some of you all, this is about love. This is about finding your voice after a hard time, and that's the one that flew out, so we're going to go with playfulness. Playfulness to recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I love it. We're seeing this couple here. I'm hearing there might be a little bit of an age difference here. That might be what pulled the glue on somebody. It's like, he's older than you, but you get together real well. I'm hearing that some of you are going to realize that the one that grounds your energy, the one that balances that red lower chakra energy without coming like, what's mine? What are you going to give me? Here's that. Where's mine? Because I'm hearing for some of y'all, that's all it is. It's like, what do I get? Here, you know, it's like, here's the flowers and I want mine. You know, and it's like, the person who can't handle themselves and then just show up hovering all over your communication is not the one that grounds you. You don't want to be in the, you don't want to be in the swing with that one. That's like, chop that one off. I'm hearing that you're going to realize that maybe this person right here is the guy you've been waiting for. I'm hearing for some of you all, this isn't even you sitting under the tree. This is you realizing that whoever this is, or whoever you want to be the Queen of Wands with, where she's just beautiful, she is in her passionate element, she knows how to pull it together, and she is absolutely drop dead gorgeous, might realize that this guy had some options and was like, no, fool. Because he was balancing himself in that red shirt there under that tree and playing like the tree, acting like the tree, being grounding. And he might be the guy that you want to go jump on that swing with. And so some of you, this is learning how to choose a good playful romance. And I'm feeling good about it because they're saying some of y'all, it's going to be the end to like having to play Hookie on your own Nookie and putting an end to whatever it was that broke your heart before, because somebody was not good for you. And I'm hearing 1, 2, 3, third time's the charm. You're gonna know if it's for you, Libra. I love you. I hope that it was helpful. If it was, I really appreciate hearing about it. Hit me with a comment. Hit me with a thumbs up if you liked it. If you really liked it, subscribe to the channel if you want with just your energy on it. Hit me up at artoflove.me. I'd love to take a look for you. If I don't hear from you, take care. God bless, and we'll catch you again. We're back for another one. Bye for now.
Promise that you'll catch me.